Dobro jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is Sunday, December 8th, 2019. Do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. Alright. Okay. Alright, first card out we've got is the Sun. So, a lot of downloads I feel coming from Source right now for both twins. It's almost overwhelming, I feel, for a lot of you. Definitely dreams, but I'm getting more like actual like signs and communication directly from Source. Now some of you have really tapped into this, some of you really tapped into Source and are trying to follow the guidance and everything with that, and have really tapped into your spirit team, and they're really trying to show you what you need to do. And a lot of you are taking, you know, it very seriously, and you're moving forward accordingly, okay? Seeing things in it from a different perspective, right? And really learning how to use that third eye. And I feel like Divine Masculine is actually doing the same thing, but in a different way. It's still kind of in this dark night of the soul energy, definitely, with Divine Masculine, but I feel a lot of sexual energy still coming through. But Divine Masculine is still going through awakenings, going through a lot of transformations right now. Okay, so I wouldn't expect them to be very jovial or anything like that. If you're not in communication, you know, I'm going to expect them to be still pretty quiet right now, because there's a lot of hermit mode going on. And, you know, Divine Feminine, you know, still doing your thing, still pushing through, still, you know, feeling your power, and feeling that power kind of like every single day. It almost feels like it's a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and you feel more confident in yourself, right? So Divine Feminine, I do feel really kind of stepping into a role as a spiritual leader, and, you know, raising the vibration, and trying to get herself balanced, get herself square, especially with some of the energies that she's probably feeling from Divine Masculine right now. But really trying to interpret the messages that she's receiving from Source. So, that being said, you know, Divine Masculine sees this. Sorry, I've got like a cat hair again on my nose. Sorry. You know, Divine Masculine sees this. You know, Divine Feminine doing her thing. You know, standing in her strength. Whatever it is she's doing. You know, a lot of them are spying, but you know, it could also be in the 5D. You know, because they see that, you know, by way of dreams and things like that. You know, communication in the dream field, I feel, or in the dream state, is very, very strong right now. I feel a lot of information going back and forth. And, which could be part of, you know, the messages and the information that you're receiving. Divine Feminine is probably coming from your Divine Masculine, and vice versa. And Divine Masculine, you know, they don't acknowledge things, so they probably wouldn't tell you. You know, if they're having dreams and whatnot, they probably wouldn't tell you some of the information that they know, you know, but you know in your, you know within yourself, the information that you're receiving. And I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines are trying to interpret the information they're receiving. You know, there's a lot of Divine Feminines who are still in hermit mode. Divine Masculine definitely in hermit mode, still trying to figure out what to do in their karmic situations, and, you know, the endings of these cycles. It's almost like they're trying to hide from the ending of the cycles now. It's like at first they were, you know, trying to disconnect and trying to hide from karmic situation, trying to figure that out energetically, but now it's like they're trying to hide from the ending of the cycles, guys, still. Okay? Still a lot of clinging right now, still a lot of need to control the connection and the ending of cycles, and just really, really holding on to these cycles. Masculine is. So, and, you know, Divine Feminine is just done being stuck, honestly. So, we're still kind of in the same energy that we've been in, where, you know, there's this push and pull dynamic, where, you know, masculine energy is like hold, 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 feminine energy is like go, 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 right? And I feel like a little bit of control coming in from Divine Feminine, almost like, I don't feel it's really that they're trying to control the ending of the cycles. It's like they're trying to control themselves at this point. Everything feels very, very controlled. like trying to control her emotions, trying to keep herself balanced, and you know, that's one way to control things, yes, and it's a good thing to want to be balanced and to want to make sure that you're not reacting. You're actually observing your emotions as they come and not reacting immediately. But just make sure that you're not repressing, because I feel like a lot of divine feminines right now are trying to suppress and trying to repress because of the situation they're in, whether it's, maybe you're trying to be civil in your job that you're trying to leave, or something of that nature, right? You're really not going to be able to control what happens, though. So, like, even if you keep yourself suppressed, even if you keep yourself repressed, that sort of thing, you really can't control it. So try to remember to go with the flow, right? Alright, so Divine Masculine, yeah, a lot of them have been in their heads. They've been working at something, for sure. There's a lot going on behind the scenes Divine Feminine doesn't see. A lot of it does have to do with maybe they're on their job, maybe they're, like, really trying to work at building that foundation. Some of them are in codependent situations, and they're trying to change that. They don't like being codependent. They want to be self-sufficient, so they've been working at it, right? And a lot of them are seeing success with that. Now, this could be a job. This could be just, them working on something or whatever. So take it as it resonates. But I do feel that Divine Masculine is seeing a lot of success as far as that goes. And I feel like that's kind of maybe helping them out a little bit. And I still feel a lot of control issues, though. It's like things are working, things are happening, success is happening, but it doesn't feel like it's fast enough for Divine Masculine. It's like Divine Masculine, it's like they're back and forth again. Like, I feel like a lot of Divine Masculines are kind of switching into their feminine energy a little bit. So there's a lot of back and forth here. It's just like Divine Feminine's kind of going back and forth with masculine energy. So Divine Feminine, if there's a situation that you're having a hard time letting go of, if you feel like you need to hold on to something, it's probably because you're in your masculine energy. Whereas Divine Masculine is, switching back and forth. And so I do feel there are, times where Divine Masculine's like, yeah, I need to go, I need to get it right, I need to get out of this, whatever, I need to let go of this. And then ego comes in and it's just like, no, you can't, blah, 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 blah. Right? Because of expectations. So these could be, again, societal expectations, family expectations, religion, whatever, job expectations, that sort of thing. And they internalize these big time. And they're still kind of sitting there trying to figure out which expectations are theirs and which expectations are other people's. I feel like this is part of the problem. This is part of the struggle that they're having is, again, it's like they're being told that they should fulfill other people's expectations as their own, otherwise they won't be happy, and that's been kind of drilled into them for their entire lives, right? But at the same time, I do feel movement. So physically, I feel like Divine Masculine does feel very stuck, but, in their heads and emotionally, they are disconnecting. Mainly because they don't want to feel. So it's almost like suppression or repression in a way. Okay. And again, I'm still feeling movement, actual physical movement. So again, some Divine Masculines may actually be moving, but then of course this also highlights to me the journey. So I do feel that some Divine Masculines are kind of embracing the journey here. They aren't fully letting go. They aren't fully surrendering. Absolutely not. But I think they are starting to recognize, especially with the information they're getting from Source, they're starting to recognize patterns here. They're starting to recognize, like, a path forward. Does that make sense? Because Divine's been trying to show them that. But I do feel, a lot of anxiety still coming from Divine Masculine, okay? And it's causing, like, depression. It's causing, maybe they're drinking or, using recreational drugs or just in general, it is affecting their health. They're not really taking care of themselves, you know, because they're so just preoccupied with what's going on in their lives that they're just having a hard time. They're having a hard time keeping it together, right? And I do feel that they're very, very deep in thought about things right now. But, you know, there's also, you know, this whole idea that there's so much in their heads that they have changed. They do feel different. And people around them are noticing that. People around them are noticing that, and they are concerned. You know, some are concerned because they're not fulfilling the expectations that they're expected to fulfill. And some of them are genuinely just concerned about Divine Masculine because maybe he's, again, not taking care of himself. You know, he's not fulfilling responsibilities. You know, maybe he's, you know, legit. Maybe they're drinking or something like that. And people around them notice this sort of thing, right? Even though they're trying to keep that mask on, even though they're trying to put on that happy face for those around them. You know, the people closest to them, people around them, whether that's a karmic, family, whatever, they see it. Okay. So Divine Feminine, yeah. Okay, so Divine Feminine's still kind of in this, I wouldn't say necessarily indecisive, but like in decision mode still. Okay. And again, I feel there's a lot of emotion with this decision, guys. There's a lot of emotion here. So Divine Feminine kind of going back and forth again, her masculine energy. Where she's really has made the choice. She's made the choice she's going to do it, but there's doubt, there's fear kind of coming into play. It's like the closer that she gets to making this decision, or the closer she gets on acting on this decision, the more anxiety kind of comes up. Now, some of it, I do feel, is ego. Some of it is that. Some of it may be coming from your Divine Masculine, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? Evaluate it, figure out what it is, and if it's you, you know, clear that out. If it's your Divine Masculine, turn a positive and send it back. But, yeah, Divine Feminine is just like, all right, so I filled my cup, I got my cup here, right? And this almost symbolizes to me Divine Masculine's cup, because I know it's the Queen of Cups, but it's like we've got the Two of Cups here, right? And Divine Feminine's cup is lit up here. It's full, right? Divine Masculine's cup's kind of like hanging out over here, and it's kind of dark and dim in the dark, right? So it's almost symbolism here for Dark Night of the Soul. So Divine Feminine lifting her vibration, Divine Feminine shining her light, Divine Feminine coming into that emotional intelligence, getting downloads and whatnot. Divine Masculine's over here in the dark, you know, feeling drained, feeling tired. And so Divine Feminine's kind of trying to make the choice whether or not. And I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines, a lot of their decision is based on their Divine Masculine at this point. Like trying to end a cycle with Divine Masculine. Again, you know, if it's a really toxic situation, maybe, you know, Divine Masculine is abusive, whatever. You know, so Divine Feminine is just like, well, do I give energy to this or do I walk away, right? So that could be a lot of what the indecision is with Divine Feminine at this point. Though there are a lot of decisions that she's trying to make in her own situation, I do feel also there's a decision that she's trying to make with Divine Masculine right now. And Divine Feminine, again, switching back and forth into her masculine energy and keeping things under wraps, you know. Kind of doing the same thing as Divine Masculine, you know, trying to keep a happy face while she's in the situation she's in until she goes, or whatever it is, you know. So keeping things close to her chest, you know, putting on that happy face, even though there's, like, something going on underneath, you know, she's just like, all right, yeah, I'm good. But you know what, Divine Feminine, people around you also notice there's a difference, okay? So keep that in mind. And Divine Feminine is just done feeling defeated. She doesn't want to feel that way anymore. And so neither does Divine Masculine, but again, going at it from two sides of the same coin right now, okay? Divine Feminine not wanting to feel defeated, so she's not, right? She's trying to put herself in this energy where no one can touch me, nothing can happen, I'm good. Universe has me, I'm happy, I'm doing my thing, right? But at the same time, there's still this little sliver of doubt that's coming in, and I wouldn't say it's wreaking havoc, but I do feel it's kind of throwing some kinks. in the process right now. So a lot of kind of doubt and fear kind of going back and forth here between the twins, okay? And Divine Feminine has been working on her abundance. She's been growing her abundance. She's been trying to get to a place where she feels secure, she feels sufficient, right? So that she can move forward accordingly. And some Divine Feminines, though, I do feel are clinging a little bit too much to the 3D. They're focusing on what they don't have instead of manifesting the things they want. Does that make sense? So try to get back out of that dark wanting energy and get back into the I have, I am energy, and it will turn around, okay? But I do feel a lot of success coming for Divine Feminine. Like, Divine Feminine has come a long way. I do feel this. Like, I know there are a lot of twins out there that have been on this journey for 10 years, you know, and have made progress. And it's like little bit at a time, little bit at a time. But I guarantee if you look at where you are now versus where you were maybe at the start of this journey, you know, you see probably a pretty big difference in yourself, right? And that's the point, right? All right, so messages. Spying. Nope. Sexual energy, for real. Okay. Some messages and advice from Source. And, yeah, so I'm going to do the pick-a-pile tonight, probably about 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So if you want to be a part of that, just, it's on my community tab, but you can send a donation, friends and family only, please. $10 at least to be a part of that, and then send me an email and let me know so that I can send you the link, okay? Or you can include the email in your notes. I know you can do that on PayPal. So I'm on PayPal. It's paypal.me/DivinePisces222, or you can actually search my email, divinepisces222@gmail.com, on Cash App, and then send me an email, okay? All right, so yeah. Okay, so I do feel some of you have been vibrating a little bit low, Divine Feminine. Okay, Divine Masculine, of course, you know, is definitely vibing low. So try to find something that makes you happy to lift that vibration. I know you're in decision mode right now, but sometimes when you overthink things, when you get into ego, it can lower your vibration. So try to keep that vibe high while you're in decision mode, okay? Because your twin can feel that. And so if they're already in a low vibrational state and you're in low vibrational state, it's just going to keep going back and forth and get lower and lower and lower. It's not good, okay? But yeah, everything's coming together, you know. Divine Feminine's seeing success. She's seeing, you know, things actually come together, you know. Some of you have, you know, gotten together with fellow Divine Feminines, you know, you're in a soul tribe, so to speak, and Divine Masculines too, you're you know, you're in a community or whatever, and it does feel better when you actually have people you can talk to about this who understand what you're going through, right? Because to other people, this just looks nuts. Let's just be honest. But yeah, I mean, a lot of Divine Feminines, Divine Masculines also being called into mission, trying to find their life purpose, trying to figure out what that is. And, you know, the Divine's trying to come in and highlight that for you guys. But yeah, both twins going through transformations right now, absolutely. Divine Feminine's definitely going through ascensions right now, while Divine Masculine's still going through awakenings. And these awakenings have been a long time coming. And they've been very rude. Let's be honest. They've been very rude for a Divine Masculine, okay? But, you know, the whole point is to learn to trust yourself, okay? So Divine Feminine, stop listening to the doubt. Same with Divine Masculine. Stop listening to the doubt. Listen to yourself. What is it that you need to do for yourself? What is it you need to do to care for yourself? Okay? Because you can't care for others unless you care for yourself first, and that's just a fact. Okay, yeah, boom, awakening. Okay, I don't really need to say anything else about that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of Divine Masculines still in this dark energy, okay? And some Divine Feminines too, again, you're feeling this, alright? See the snakes there? It's almost like they're just absolutely terrified to cross this threshold here because they're afraid they're going to get bitten. You know, but there's the door. There's the door out of the darkness right there. You know, but all they can see is this, right? So that's kind of where they are right now. So Divine Feminine, again, keep your vibration high, keep shining your light, okay? Because Divine Masculine is definitely going through it right now. All right. Alright guys, I hope this helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow, or tonight if you're part of the big pile. Okay, bye.